Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my simple morning routine as a stay-at-home mom of a 3 and 4-year-old. If you're new here, my name is Kristin. I love sharing all things homemaking here on my channel, and I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and join my community. And if you're returning, welcome back. As a mom, you know the minute you open your eyes in the morning, you are up and taking care of children or taking care of tasks from the second you wake up to the second you fall asleep at night. But I have to say, my routine lately in the morning has been a lot more laid back, and instead of trying to cram a whole lifetime of accomplishments first thing in the morning, I really like to ease into the day and give myself grace because I do have a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I am a homeschooling mom, so my kids are home with me all day. I got to a point where I was trying to wake up several hours before my kids so I could fit in me time and work out and do all of the things. And what I would find that just kept happening for some reason is my kids would also wake up. So here I was trying to get up, start a 5:30 a.m. morning routine, and then 10 minutes later, my kids are awake and I can't get them back to sleep. So then I just end up having 2 extra hours in the morning with the kids. So no, we have 24 hours in a day. There's plenty of time to do the things I need to do throughout the day. So the very first thing I do in the morning is get a glass of water, fill up my kids' water cups so they are ready for them when they wake up. I make a coffee, and then I sit down and get to planning out my day. If you guys watch my channel, you know I'm a big planner, big pen and paper person. It's really the only way that I can function. I watch other people, like my husband, never make note of anything. Everything that he needs to do in his life is just up there somewhere in his head, and that is not me. I connect to writing everything out that's on my brain, do a brain dump, write out whatever I need to get done for the day, looking over my week, writing out my homeschool plans for my kids. And that's how my brain connects to things, by writing things down. I don't necessarily take my planner and check mark things off all day long. If I've written things down, I'm connected to it. So anyway, this is one of my favorite parts of my day, sitting with my coffee alone and doing some planning. Right now I'm doing planning for the month of June too, because today is June 2nd. And what I did for this month is really try to map out what are the high level things that I can do each day in my life that are going to matter the most. Like, what are my priorities each day? We're moving into summer. I'm a homeschool mom. I just got back from the homeschool convention last week, so I have all of these fresh new ideas, and homeschool obviously being one of those high level main priority things that I do every single day. And that's academics, but obviously it's lifestyle. You'll see in today's video, my 3-year-old, he's not doing a lot of academics. He just turned 3, and now he helps make breakfast every day in the kitchen. That was something that his sister really used to do mostly, and now he's doing it. And so to me, homeschool encompasses everything: life skills, hands-on learning. And then YouTube is another high-level thing I can focus on, planning out my videos, filming, editing, trying to do more. And then the next one is my family's health. If you watch my Plan With Me video that I made earlier in the year, that was my main focus for this year, is the health of my family. And then also another high level thing that I can do is focus on adventure, like summer adventure, making sure we're getting to the beach every single week, making sure I'm planning field trips for the kids, making sure we're planning more play dates, signing up for new activities. And just, simply today when I'm making this voiceover, we did a scavenger hunt through the neighborhood. We used our compass and went and checked everything off and found all of the things, and just continue to do things like that, spontaneous, fun things that are full of adventure for my little ones. So I loosely plan out my schedule for the day as well. I like to do time blocks, and I also write out my homeschool plans for the day if I haven't done it the night before. And then after my little planning session, I usually have kids waking up and I prepare them a morning snack. They wake up hungry, and so I start them with a snack. We usually make breakfast around 8:30-ish to sit and eat together around 9. So the snack is usually something like plain Greek yogurt and fruit, and then I will add either a touch of jam or maple syrup to the yogurt for sweetness. And you know what, guys, we were traveling last week and I ended up getting my kids a couple of yogurts while we were at the store, while we were out, and I just got them like the flavored yogurt, and they were eating it. They were acting like it was ice cream, and I had to have some, and I just couldn't believe how sweet it was. So if you have really, really little kids and they haven't already been eating like the super sweet yogurt, start them this way. This is what I've done for my kids since they were babies. Just buy the plain Greek yogurt, no flavor. And then I add a very little bit of either maple syrup or jam to it, and they love it. So they think it's just as good. And, you know, there's just got to be so much less sugar in it compared to those sweetened yogurts. I really couldn't believe how good they were. But if you're trying to cut down on your kids' sugar, you could always try that as well. So I'm doing that for my kids here. This will be their snack. And then after they eat that, that's when I will go and take a very quick morning shower. Okay, guys, so my morning get ready routine is beyond simple. I take a very quick shower and then I throw my hair up in a ponytail. I do take a second shower in the afternoon, so this one is just very quick. I use 4 different products. I use the native deodorant. The cucumber mint is my favorite. And then I use my Suzanne Somers Ageless Serum. Guys, I've been using this product for 13 years. It's the one product that I just can't live without. And then I'm using the lotion from the company, or the Unscented Company, and you can pick this up at Whole Foods. I just put this on my arms and legs. And if you watch my channel, you know that I don't like to use a lot of scented things or cleaners for my home. So I do really like this lotion. And then I just pop on some chapstick from Dr. Bronner. And then, guys, for makeup, the only thing I do is I put a touch of blush on and a touch of mascara, and that is it. And that's really just to make me sort of feel like I look alive. But I do not wear makeup during the day. I like to let my skin breathe. I'm going to be outside. I'm going to sweat. And, you know, I'm just really not a big makeup person to begin with. And then the next thing I'm going to do is make my bed because I'm just right there. And then I will head into my children's homeschool room, open up the window in there, help them get started on whatever they want to play with in the morning, whatever they need. Both of my kids know that morning time is playtime. They usually play very well and very independently when they first wake up in the morning. They know there's no screens, no TV.
Nothing ever in between, shedding tears or extremely happy.
All right, guys, so I love just opening up this window in the morning and here in the homeschool room. My kids, you know, they don't have to wake up at any specific time because they're homeschooled, so they can sleep until they're ready to wake up. I do not wake them up. A lot of times my daughter likes to sleep in and she likes to be cozy for a little bit. So they'll have their snack and then they know that's like to just play after that. They just come in here, they get out some toys. She was already setting up this little castle story that she likes to do. My son was working on matching up the little dinosaurs. They've been doing the little dino egg excavation, so he's matching up all the little dinosaurs, and they just play together really good in the morning. But they know that I'm not setting up like sensory bins or morning activities for them. This is their time to just have their snack, be cozy and play while I get ready. And set up for the day. They just know to play together. This is their time to do free play. All right, so while my kids are playing, I will accomplish a couple of things. I will, you know, get the house set, pick up a little bit, throw in a load of laundry, and just do a couple of things like that before I get started on breakfast. And like I said, my son has been making breakfast with me. It's so cute. I don't really show my kids on my YouTube channel. You'll see the back of their head, you'll see their hands, but I like to give them plenty of privacy. This is my channel, not their channel, but you will see my son from the back here. He likes to help, and we do the same breakfast for the most part, Monday through Friday. We make potatoes, eggs, and toast. It's just a huge accomplishment of mine, I feel, to give my children a savory breakfast. There's plenty of time for sweet stuff other times of the day, but I really noticed a big behavior change with them when I stopped making oatmeal and pancakes and French toast and all of those things during the week. So this is our standard breakfast that we eat. Just to kind of set them up for a healthy day. We all eat it together. No ultra processed foods. We just do our best to have a savory breakfast Monday through Friday.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merge and change, but your face remains the same.
Okay, so the next thing I'm doing is getting my kids ready for the day. I'm going to brush their teeth. This is the toothpaste that I use for them in the morning and usually after lunch. And then at nighttime, we use the Tom's toothpaste. And I wanted to show you guys the tags on these clothes, basically so I would remember to say something in this video. But my son had some really bad eczema on the backs of his knees and a little bit on his arm. And we tried changing things in his diet and we were trying to figure out what was going on with the eczema. And one day I said to my husband, we should just try dressing him in only 100% cotton clothing for a while and see if maybe it's the clothes that he's wearing because, he's a boy. So he was wearing a lot of the like little gym clothes almost, And when you look at the tags on those, they're pretty much made of 100% polyester, which, I guess is basically like plastic. So you're basically wearing plastic all the time. And I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but when we started putting him in 100% cotton clothing, his eczema is practically gone. But I don't know. We live in Florida, so the past couple of months it's been really humid out. So I don't know if maybe his skin is more moisturized, but he had really bad eczema. And I just wanted to put it out there, just something, if you're a parent and your child has eczema, something that you could try. And then we got pajamas too. So the pajamas that he wears are all like Burt's Bees, 100% cotton. And he's had major improvements, like very, very noticeable improvements. But I don't know. Just do the research, look at what your kids are wearing and the clothes that they're made of. I mean, it's just kind of crazy when you look into it. But anyway, after the kids are ready, I'm going to clean up our breakfast table and then I'm going to set up some sort of workbook activity for them. My daughter will do some writing practice and then I'll set up like a pen control workbook for my son just for them to sit and do a couple fun workbook pages or some writing while I will clean up the kitchen. I will do the dishes, wipe down the countertops, and then we will definitely get outside. I usually always try to have some sort of activity to do outside to bring out there. But sometimes it's just giving them a little mud kitchen, picking some flowers, herbs from the garden or weeds or whatever. Give them a bunch of different buckets of water and spoons and some dirt and let them just make pretend stew and go crazy with the mud kitchen. They love that. On this particular day, we were doing more of those dino excavation eggs. I like to give them something to get dirty outside, even if it's just painting or whatever. But we always do some sort of activity, get them outside in the sunshine. We're moving into our very hot months here in Florida, so I'll get the kids outside in the morning and then we'll usually get them back outside in the evening, go for a walk, go to the park, something like that, trying to avoid some of this very hot middle of the day weather.
Every day isn't shining like today. Beauty rising, I can say I have seen mountain highs and some valleys. Yeah, I've shouldered some baggage, felt the weight of some burdens, carried shame, cried in pain, took the lies and put them on me. I will leave it at the altar, God. I leave it at the altar, God. I leave it at the altar, God. Oh, I will give you everything I've got. Oh, I surrender all and leave it at the altar, God. Oh, yeah. Shining heart the
Okay, guys, so when we come back inside, I give my kids a good little rinse off, give them a quick bath, and then it's already time for a snack. So we will do a fun story time. While I'm preparing the snack, the kids will go and pick out a couple of books each. And if it's a nice day, we can go back outside or go sit on the patio and do story time. But on a super hot, humid day like today, we'll go into the homeschool room. They have these cute little chairs, and we'll go and do story time before we jump into some more activities. And then I'll try to do some homeschool stuff with my daughter, but a lot of times we wait to do the majority of her homeschool stuff when my son is napping a little bit later on in the afternoon after lunchtime. But anyway, my kids are going to have their snack. I'm going to have my second coffee for the day to give me some energy for that story time and all of the things that I have to accomplish throughout the afternoon. So I basically took you guys on my morning routine from around 7 a.m. to a little bit after 11 a.m. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my channel for more homemaking videos or homeschool videos. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.
leave it at the altar, God. I leave it at the altar, God. I leave it at the altar, God. Oh.
I see the light shining on the stage. This is what I imagine every day.